Hello everyone and welcome to episode 13 of Enigmatica 2 Expert. How are you doing? So today we are going to be very busy because we have a lot of projects to do. We are not generating everything that we're going to need, and that's a problem. In order to make more induction cells for this induction matrix, we are going to need lithium. We are producing a lot of lithium for the reactor, but that's for the reactor and I don't dare to touch it, so it's going to stay there. We're going to need another plant. I was going to make a chemical crystallizer, and this is the recipe. Hi. So we need to automate it. The first step is to make a machine frame from thermal expansion, which we don't actually have to craft it anymore because we have a pattern for it and we can replicate it as much as we want. Well, as long as we have UU matter, so this is not going to be a problem. The second step is to infuse it with redstone, which is just a pattern, and goes here. In order to make the hardened cell, we are going to need the empowerer and we have to automate it. So normally when you want to automate something using applied energistics, you just put an interface and sometimes you need an import bus. But for something which has multiple parts like this empowerer or the arcane infusion from Tomcraft, you are going to have to program your applied energistics system. So the way this works is that the interface does not care where the items are ejected to. So it doesn't care if this block of macerator is actually on top. It just cares that, okay, I gave the ingredients, I want the end result back. So we are going to export all the ingredients inside this chest. Then we will filter them to go on these display stands and also the empowerer, and the end result will go back inside the interface. And the applied energistics system will think that, I just did an empowerment process. So I just have to set filters, I guess. I set the filters and this will be our pattern, which goes inside this interface. And if we order 10 hardened casings, we should get some. This thing takes such a long time to craft that I thought we should have maybe a few of them available at our system at any given time because, yeah, it takes 5 minutes to craft one. I just prepared all the recipes in order to make the reinforced cell frame and the full version of it. Now we have to go to the Signalum version, which requires rosin, cinnabar and rich slag. And we need consistent supply of these stuff because this is used for a lot of stuff. Actually this one. So yeah. I think everything in advanced rocketry requires this. So we need to automate the production of everything. So cinnabar is easy. All we need is cinnabar ore with gelid cryotium and we get 4 cinnabars. For getting rich slag, I thought the best solution would be to smelt a compass inside an induction smelter because we will get our 4 iron back as well as 20% chance of getting rich slag. We will lose a redstone, but I don't care. We have plenty of redstone. And yeah, we have 300,000 already and our ore miners are only at level 2. So if I want to order rich slag, it would be something like this. Make me 10. Voila. There you go. I realized that one of the reasons that this thing is super slow is that it's not getting enough power even from the energy crystals. So I put a quantum entangler porter and it's working much faster now, so that's good. For rosin, I decided to make a garden cloche with wood seeds which goes inside this crafter and makes the spruce wood as well as uranium. No, the uranium was from the previous setup, then goes inside the sawmill and goes to the fractionating steel, and I'm voiding everything else except the rosin which goes inside this ender chest. But for now we have a few problems. We are barely getting power. Oh, I can use this. Yeah, we're fine. And the best part is no one will ever know what mess is behind that wall. Except him. So now we should be able to make you and you. Can we also make the resonant version? Okay, it's not that bad. How do you charge it? We don't have to. Yeah, we don't. So this is our gateway into advanced rocketry, and I have no idea what it does. It should be a quest. Yeah. So what are you? Do you do something? Uh-huh. Okay, fine. I don't need advanced rocketry right now. And this is how we make lithium. So I have a thermal evaporation tower which converts water into brine, and another one which converts that brine into lithium, the liquid type. And if we come down here, I have a rotary condensator which converts that liquid lithium into lithium gas, which comes into this chemical crystallizer, and we get lithium dust. I'm sorry, I forgot. I brought heaters this time. We're fine, don't worry. I brought heaters. Everything is fine. So the heaters are also connected to the thermal evaporation plant. There is a valve there, and they're getting power from this quantum entangle porter, and we should be fine, I guess. A matter fabricator does not have a limit on how much energy it can use, but it has a limit of how much energy it can accept. So apparently if I put transformer upgrades, this should run faster. Oh wow. Okay. We are going to have scrap box problems. So depending on how much scrap we can fit the system, we are using between 1.8 and 1.3 million RF. I think what we should do is that we should increase the production of scrap boxes, and the problem with that in the past for me was that I could not make enough dense cobblestone generators because they are actually very expensive. But I realized that there is another way. If we use a fluid infuser, infuse it with lava, then infuse it with water, we should be able to do it faster, I guess. Let's try. So I guess the first step is to try and infuse it with water. Oh my god, how much power do you need? So with 9 upgrades, it uses 10,000 RF per tick. That's crazy. And then we have to infuse it with lava. So yeah, that's good. Lava production is low. Well, with 3 of them, it's slightly better. This might have been a slight overkill, but now we are producing enough scrap, and this has been keeping up constantly. So the way it works is that initially I try to place the cobblestone generators, extract the cobblestone using a conduit or I don't know, a logistical pipe into these recyclers, and then I realized, oh, I can just put them next to each other because the cobblestone generator ejects the cobblestone into the recycler. So I made it like this. Then I remembered that if we put the transformer upgrades, these things can work faster because I was not producing enough scrap. So I put some transformer upgrades and added more overclocker upgrades. Then the cobblestone generators were not keeping up. So I added more cobblestone generators to the ones in the bottom, and now this thing is working fine. There is a crafter here. It's set on fastest test and we are generating enough scrap and we are getting a bit of an overflow, which is good. I'm happy. And nobody will know we're here. I have a tank of UU matter here, which is hooked up to an ender tank, which is hooked up to our mass fabricators, and this is how fast we are generating UU matter, which I think it's fine because these replicators are not running constantly. I wanted to make a Nether star farm using the RF tool spawner and a draconic evolution mob grinder. It's not that bad, but it's going to need a charged draconian block, and that requires a crafting core. And wait, it gets much better because it's also going to need a crystalline ingot, which requires elite crafting, and it requires Nether star nuggets. Hi. Well, I'm guessing the logical thing to do is to first get a wither inside our syringe and then decide what we should do. In order to spawn a wither, we are going to need nether stars, soul sand, as well as some sort of an organic material. And I think each nether star will give you 10 nether stars back, so that's not bad. How do we grind it down though? So let's give it a test, I guess. We have to hook up these matter beamers to the spawner to give it the ingredients that it's going to need in order to spawn the wither. And then we also need to protect some of the blocks. So was it like this? No. Like this. Okay. So now this is being protected. We also protect these guys just in case. Maybe also you? No. So I can give you soul sand. I can give you carrots. You're beaming it, right? Why aren't you beaming it? Yeah, you're not beaming because you need a redstone signal. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so it got its organic material as well as soul sand, and now we need a nether star. Did you spawn something? I just realized that the reason this is not working is that we don't have enough organic material. So I brought more carrots and this should work. Yep. He went away. So I brought more carrots and we give it another test because I actually made it much more thick. So it should not be able to escape. It has an internal space of 3 by 3 by 3 and I'm gonna cover it like so, and then I'm going to even make an extra layer. Please work. Okay, that's good. So it does work. Okay, one down. Move. Please. Okay, so it does work, but it needs tweaking. So it's not exactly a grinder, but it does the same job. I mean, it one-shots the wither. So I'm happy with it. The only problem is that it causes a lot of lag and it consumes a lot of RF, which I cannot do anything about it. I'll be fast to explain because I don't want to hit by this laser beam, which kills me instantly, and well, it's laggy, so I'll be fast. Anyway, this is the chamber. We spawn them inside here. We have a spawner from RF Tools. We are beaming the matters, the carrots, the soul sand, as well as the nether stars into the spawner, and it spawns wither. So for each nether star we will spawn 10 withers. I also have garden cloches here, one for nether seeds and 4 of them for carrots. Try making a nether seed. It requires the astral sorcery thingy, so it wasn't very fun. But I have a crafter to make soul sand and everything else is fairly simple. Oh, I also have a block protector to protect the spawner as well as these matter beamers, and I think also this one. This is also an item collector which collects the nether stars and the supremium essence. I tried to automate this using an entity detector so that it will send a redstone signal whenever there is not a wither here to turn this thing off. Unfortunately, the entity detector cannot detect the withers for a reason which I do not understand. Oh, and by the way, I am going to supply the system with nether stars using this ender chest. And that's the best part, because we can automate this using our applied energistic system. So let me show it to you. The way to automate the production of nether stars is very simple. So I have an interface here which has a pattern. So it will provide this ender chest with 1 nether star, and in return it will get back 10 nether stars as well as 40 supremium essence from this ender chest. So if we go back to our terminal, I can order some. So you see, it's doing it for us automatically. This is why the self-sacrifice is not the best idea, because whenever you run out of LP, you get nausea. It's because of the tree farm, it is using a lot of LP. Today is also another great day, because we managed to upgrade our ore miners to tier 3. That is lovely, because now we are getting tier 4 crystals and we can make very good solar panels. Oh, and by the way, they consume 120,000 RF per tick, each of them. You know, I'm never going to do the night thing again. Because if I don't sleep, this place is crawling with mobs. And the worst part is that every time I kill a few zombies, I pick up a mana steel armor and then my mana ring gets empty. Because, yeah, it tries to repair the armor. My plan for blood magic was to get these upgrade points and make the ultimate living chestplate. Unfortunately, I forgot about that. Now that I got nausea, I remembered stuff. So, we are going to have the ritual of the cleansing soul, and that could take some time. That's a big one. Anyway, if we stand on the master ritual stone and activate the ritual, all the upgrades from our living chestplate will be extracted and we get these scrolls, tomes, whatever they're called. Then we can combine them in an anvil to get a better upgrade, and when we reach level 10 we can put it on the ultimate chestplate. That's the plan. Oh, and the way that you get these upgrades is based on what you do in game. So if I try to climb a mountain, I should be getting an upgrade for step assist. If I walk a lot, I will get fast feet. If I stab myself a lot at the altar, I should be getting tough palms, which will give me bonus for self-sacrifice, and if I eat a lot, I will get regeneration and health boost. Health boost is one of the main goals. I like hearts. Ah, we just got an upgrade. It should be tough palms. Yep, level 1. If you look at my current chestplate, it has 100 upgrade points and it's completely full, so I have to go there and empty it again. But there is a way to upgrade one living chestplate to have 300 upgrade points, and that's the goal, that's the dream. For that we are going to need the ritual of the living evolution, and I hope I have enough ritual stones. Yeah, it seems I do. So we wear this thing, we go on top of the master ritual stone, and we activate the ritual. This should be 300, yes. And now we should be very careful, because once there are upgrades on this, you cannot remove it. So we wear the normal one. Is that Terra still chestplate? For free? It's taking mana, but okay. I'm happy. Anyway, I was going to explain that I combined some of them and now I have tough palms, healthy, and healthy level 5. I want to get healthy level 7, and combining all of them is going to be very difficult. So, the way that you get the healthy modifier on your chestplate is through eating. The problem is that when you eat food, you also regenerate health, and you will get solar powered enchant, which is for regeneration, and I don't want it. That's where you should use the living armor training bracelet. So I have one for healthy, and if I have this in my inventory, I will not get any upgrade points except for healthy. And well, you can put several of them inside your inventory and get the ones that you want. So that's what I'm going to do in the next few hours, I guess. Well, it's been an hour later and I think I have everything I need. So I have a healthy level 6, yep, this one, and I should have another one. Where's the other one? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm wearing it. Oh, okay. So we have 2 healthy level 6 and we can make a healthy level 7, which should give me a lot of hearts. Healthy level 7. So let's do this thing based on the priorities that we have. For instance, the first one will be healthy, so I will consume this one first. Good, that's 110 points. Then I want bodybuilder. And then I want fierce strike, which makes me deal more damage. I want tough palms, which will give me bonus when I'm doing self-sacrifice. And the last one is quick feet. I can run faster. So I want to put protection and mending on this as well, and we need a few more levels of experience. One mending book. And we put it on our chest plate, as well as protection. So we now have 50 hearts, and this is the maximum I managed to get. I never managed to get after this, and I want to see how further I can go. We still have the Ring of Odin to get, and we can still make some of these heart containers from cyclic as well as the environmental tech one. So the first priority is the heart containers. We're going to need poisonous potatoes, so we are going to need nature essence, and I made one. Let's plant this and make some hearts. That will take ages to grow. So a watering can is not that bad, but this is going very slow and I need 20 of these at least. So can we make one of you? Are you crazy? Okay, I'll get that. So apparently the heart requires a rabbit, and I don't have rabbits, so maybe we can buy some? Well, I think I have everything I need, so the acid goes there, and then we put the market down. Hello. Oh, I can buy them, that is very good. So I have no idea what is the color after blue. I hope it's purple. Just as a clarification, I did not know it's going to be purple. I just like purple. It's my favorite color. I thought what we should do is also make some Terra Steel and finish the Guardian of Gaia fight tier 2. So we also are going to need Antidote Charm or not. We do not have Gaia spirits, so we have to summon the tier 1 again and then fight the higher tier ones. I also ran out of mana, so we have to make more Terra Steels later on. I made some Supremium Apple and we should be fine, I guess. Alright guys, I think it's also time to wrap up the episode before it gets super long. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.